Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about the Taurus Archetype, because I was just talking about it, but y'all know how I go. Once I put myself into a situation where I'm back home, I start to talk about a bunch of disagreements and shit that's going on, and I forget the whole point of the initial video. And I keep forgetting we still in the left brain type of realm we're in right now, so people like results, people like actual information, like actual sturdy, based by step plan and shit. So, alright, now, the basic archetype of Taurus. Now, alright, Taurus is fixed earth, being fixated on its own thinking and practicality. So right now, we know earth rules Taurus. So right now, if you are a Taurus and you're on earth, this is you right now. So the actual ruler of earth, aka Taurus, Venus. So Venus would be to the right of you, right? The moon is exalted in Taurus, right? And on the left side of Taurus is Mars, because Mars is away here. You know what I'm saying? And nothing falls here because nothing is exalted, which I can bring around some shit, but we're not going to do that for this sake right now. We're going to get a little bit more left brain. You know what I'm saying? So, the basic archetype of Taurus. So, right here, Taurus already have the natural energy of Earth. That means growth. That means sturdiness. That means being stable. That means foundation. That means time. That means feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's all earth energy. You know what I'm saying? Taurus have this. And the senses. This will make Taurus the masters of the five senses. The touch, taste, smell, sense. Because earth in general, all earth signs have senses of this. Because all earth signs are the thinking and the practicality. So Taurus is fixed. It's a fixed sign. So it's fixated on its own thinking ability of practical issues. And practical is being stable, sturdy, you know what I'm saying, and the senses, and the senses that we all have in common. You know what I'm saying? And we all have, the senses that we all have in common is the five senses on earth. Well, I have more senses, but you know, as far as humans, you know what I'm saying? So as far as, you know what I'm saying, when we get down, the common sense level, Tauruses are masters of this because they're fixated on their own common sense. And if everybody have common sense, but you have a group of beings that's fixated on their own, this what makes them masters. Because when you're being fixated on your own, that's like almost meditation to a certain degree. So you're meditating on your own senses, own touching, own seeing, own hearing, your own smelling. So this would heighten foods for Taurus. This would heighten fabrics and things for Tauruses. This was heighten even love matters without even being emotional. This would heightens a form of having a friend or someone to lean on, or being someone that someone else can lean on. You know what I'm saying? This would heightens those senses for Tauruses. Now, let's talk about the basic archetype. So we know right now the moon is exalted. So right now we know an exaltation is a planet where where you always want to be. You know what I'm saying? When you're not at home. A kid at Disneyland. That's the exaltation. So what does the moon represent? The moon represents the emotions, the feelings, the manifestation, the Merkaba, you know what I'm saying, the mother, you know what I'm saying, the moaning, you know what I'm saying, the moonshine, you know what I'm saying, even it can evolve in liquor, you know what I'm saying, lemons, you know what I'm saying. So it likes to materialize the metaphysic, you know what I'm saying. So it's the fluid realm. So right here, this is heaven for Tauruses. You know what I'm saying? To be able to manifest, to be able to materialize their manifestations, to be able to feel, to move the waters, not be the water, but move the waters. Because what do the moon do? It controls the tides. What is the tides? The tides is the waters, the emotions and the feelings. The moon represents the emotions and the feelings, but it's controlling it. It's not actually of it. It's a higher frequency, higher density of it. So Tauruses don't have to consume themselves into emotional matters. They just have to control. So this is why they like to control emotional matters with practical ideas. You know what I'm saying? So if you are an emotional person, a Taurus can help you in a practical manner. When they're dealing with their own emotions, they like to look at it and think about it in a practical manner and see what they can manifest, extract out of it, or not extract out of it. Now, when we talk about that's heaven for Tauruses. You know what I'm saying? So Taurus love to sit back and think and see what they can materialize in this earth. Whether it's love, people, whatever, possessions, whatever. Now, when we get on the right side, is Venus there. So, right here, Venus is love, appreciation, value, how you relate to others. Taurus feels like this is the right thing to do. This is the righteous thing to do. You know, they feel like it's the right thing to do if they was to look to the right in the yang realm, and they feel like this is the righteous thing to do if they was to look right into the yin realm. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like to be harmonious, to receive pleasures, to pleasure someone else, to relate to others in a harmonious manner. You know what I'm saying? It may be a little bit more concrete than the air version of it, but this is what Tauruses feel like is the right thing to do. It ain't the right thing to argue about stupid shit. Let's do it on let's compromise. You know what I'm saying? Venus represents that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of Tauruses feel like the Venus archetype is the right thing to do. Now, when we look towards the left, going left field, we see Mars. So everything that's Mars-like is left field to Tauruses. So anytime somebody too aggressive, too passionate, your intentions is too radical. Like, I see what you're trying to do, but what's the reason behind it? Like, that's intentions, things you intend to do. You're too jittery. You're too aggressively active on whatever you're trying to do. Shit like that is left field for Tauruses. Taurus is like a little bit more calm. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be hot and passionately aggressive towards something, make sure whatever you're doing that Taurus makes sense. Make sure it's practical. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times Mars don't care about that. It's in the middle of trying to find passion. So, but if passion is Mars intentions in general, that's going to make Tauruses feel like that's left field. Or anybody who even act like that is left field. So you see how the planets, the exaltation, and the rulers, and the actual left field becomes relevant to the basic archetype of Taurus. Now, what's underneath Taurus would be the fallen. There's no necessary planets, but if you want to say, you can kind of say Pluto. You know what I'm saying? So Pluto is gonna is deep desires, deep will powers. You know what I'm saying? So anytime a Taurus feels deeply about materialistic things, or feels deeply about trying to get something accomplished or something like that, they work at the lower octave, the lower ego side of themselves, and Taurus is and Pluto drags them right down there into that hell. And then that hell is going to play out, and it's going to play out in ways of you being a Taurus not being able to get what you want to get, not being able to experience stability, not being able to experience, because Pluto likes to tear down the ego, and that is the Taurus ego, because the exaltation is the moon for Taurus. So a little bit Taurus's ego is their power to manifest. So if they don't see things getting willed into existence, they start to feel defeated. So if they start to work on their lower desires, their lower shit, basically what's beneath them is Pluto, then Pluto gonna drag them into that hell, and they're gonna have to experience lack of what they should already have internally. See what I'm saying? And also the basic archetype, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's Palladians up there. So Tauruses like to experience heaven on earth. If they have to do that, if they have to put their heaven into external things, they will. Or if they consciously aware Tauruses, they know that they have everything within inside them to make external. And they know whatever that they receive that's external must have came from internally first. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the basic archetype of Taurus. And we're gonna move into motherfucking Gemini. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.